I am.
That was one of the questions. What is the music he's listening to?
Yeah, I asked him the question.
Well, we'll find the answer eventually, but right now, to find the answer of the set, it's going to be the Mordex to go up against Loraz's Kaya.
Interesting choice here, taking a page out of Sandstorm's book for this one. Of course, yeah, we haven't really seen them go up against one another, but the Mordex did not work against Kaina. He played Mordex in the third game after locking into Suri for the first two, but of course that was against Kaina's Teros. And this is a very different legend that he's going up against, a very different player that he's going up against. But will the result remain the same as he loses his first stock after a dominating flurry of moves coming out from Loraz's spear?
Yeah, really good start for Loraz, finishing that off with the downlight into the gravity cancel neutral sig. Not a true combo, but Godly was definitely not in position to avoid it.
I'm just like not used to seeing a damage build from spear as quick as Loraz is at. He's about to find another stock here. He does. We're 54 seconds into this game. Loraz already has 2 stocks up on Godly.
Dude, Loraz is playing so well right now. Godly, like, I don't know what's going through his mind, because he's got to be thinking about how he's going to get through this and then maybe what character he's going to swap, but still not enough to get the KO. Does Loraz have the movement? Yeah, dude, oh my gosh, there's so much movement.
Are we gravity cancel down heavy pilled now? Is that just like what we're going with? Like, I'm fine with that. It's a great choice. But of course, we were seeing from like Sandstorm earlier today the GC side lights over on the edge to take out some stocks, but now we're seeing a lot of GC down heavies as well.
I mean, it's really been Godly who's been pushing that, right? Like, he'll do the slide charges, he'll do the gravity cancels, he'll really just throw those out, those discos, to catch his opponent's movement. Finally will get that first KO off of Loraz. Will not get 3 stock to kick off this elimination finals, but there's still 2 more fresh stocks for Loraz.
Ooh, Godly came in with that dash in-light. Loraz overspaced it just a little bit and then got in with the unarmed in-light. Now he's able to grab that spear, of course, down airing into the stage. The new grounded down air has not graduated from test features into this patch yet.
Good.
All right.
Gravity cancel neutral light coming out from Godly. Loraz actually starting to get handled here.
Oh my gosh, dude, a 2 stock. Holy cow.
What a turnaround at the top of the map. Loraz was like, yeah, knock me around. You're just going to put me closer to a KO box to turn things around. Loraz going to take game number 1 in convincing fashion.
For real, like Loraz's pacing with spear is like throwing me off. So I like legitimately don't know where to slide into play-by-play and where to slide back out into analysis, because he's just so much quicker than every other spear player out there.
It's crazy because it's not exactly a weapon that's like known for just consistent pressure and damage.
It's not a string weapon.
With the way that he plays, the way that he can just keep his opponents taking damage, Loraz makes it feel like a string weapon for sure.
Now, before in the set against Kaina, Godly made the swap in game 3. Now he's making the swap instantly in game 2, and it's over to this Teros, almost grabbing that sider. That was so close.
Over to the hammer now. Doesn't connect with that stomp, but he's going to be looking for the stomp for the side air KO potential. Down sig going to whiff. Side air not quite enough. Neither will the weapon toss connect.
Loraz getting over so he doesn't get caught by that weapon toss. The in-light, a little bit too high over Godly's head. Picks up the signature right on the corner, gets the KO as well.
Yeah, this is one of those maps where that's going to be a really, really good tool for Loraz. Because of these short walls, it's really hard not to slide up and peek your head over.
And that's why we've already seen him throw out that D-Sig twice. Less than a minute into this game, and he's thrown out that D-Sig twice.
Oh man. Godly really saying, Loraz, you got to come over here. You got to make the move, and Loraz does do it, but he's going to get it down air.
Oh, he just barely gets around that weapon toss, but it ultimately doesn't matter as he falls into the blast zone without enough jumps to get back. He's going to come back into this one. He's going to spawn into it. There's a weapon spawn. It's right on top of Godly right now. Went for the down air into the turnaround. D-Light on the axe. Oh, the recovery was so close to making the contact there. We actually saw it interrupted by Loraz.
Yeah, I actually really like the way Loraz played around that recovery. Is he saw Godly was playing below, really wanting it, so he decided to stack out right as Godly was going to go for it.
So brave, too. Like, fast falling down to stay stacked on top of your hammer opponent. You need nerves of steel for that one, and Loraz has it as he has almost a full stock lead up on Godly. A minute 45 into this game. Loraz is only yellow, chooses to chase dodge forward, not necessarily focused on weapon starving Godly. He's been winning no matter what Godly has in his hand, so he doesn't really care about weapon starving.
Godly starting to whiff with this axe. When he can get those connections, he's able to build up decent damage, but once again, Loras maintains this pacing onto Godly. No pogo thrown out. That axe dissuades the down sig, gonna knock Loras around, but not even off screen.
Loras has gone up against the hammer of a Teros player many times, but more often than not, it's going to be from Kaina. Let's see if Godly can find his way in with those stomps or with any KO move. He's being very careful. There's the stop side air, finds a connection. It's now one stock apiece, but Godly is in the red, has to be very careful, or he's staring down the barrel of an 0-2 against Loras here, and a third place finish, a bronze medal around his neck, further eluding the victory royale here at the Spring Royale. Okay.
Godly finding some hits, goes for the big play with the side sig, and that's going to be a punish from Loras.
The mentality from Godly has got to be a little bit in question right now. He's been
shooketh.
He's been attempting to go undefeated this year, and he's been successful so far this entire year. The Royale victory has eluded him now for several years. He's been unable to grab that despite all of his other achievements in the game. All of a sudden, when you get here into this studio and you mix in these other regions, something just doesn't line up for Godly. And now he's down 0-2, has a mountain to climb against a player who has been giving him the work.
Dude, I don't think Godly is the type of player, but I do think a lot of players in his position, that demon starts to get in the ear and say, you're going to fall again. You're going to get just shy of the victory from another South American once again, and it's going to eat away at you. He's currently down 0-2 against Loras, sticking with the Teros. Can he get the reverse? Okay.
There's the recovery and the great weapon toss as well. Of course, Loras threw his weapon up. He's been doing that consistently throughout all of the sets today and yesterday as well. He's so good at throwing that weapon up to stop the confirmation of the edge guard. Great side air from Godly. He's going to find himself a lead here. He needs to hold on to it as long as possible. He's going to hope to stay towards the center of the stage, as far away from those blast zones as possible. He's going to be careful with the moves he throws out until he's like, you know what? My stock is basically over. I'm going to go for the Hail Mary because it potentially could be a massive reward, giving me a 2-stock lead. Or he's just going to play things conservatively and safely, going over onto the wall and then quickly back up over to the side. The insig, that's exactly what I'm talking about, going for that Hail Mary.
Yeah, that was a bold decision coming out from Godly, and he is going to get punished for it. Loras with that ground pound, going to even up the stocks. Honestly, I thought Godly was in a good position to play a little extra aggressive when it comes down to it. Like Spear, he's going to be likely looking for those KOs with signatures, but ultimately Godly kind of gave him the window that he wanted.
Ooh, Loras staying high, does get clipped by that side air, goes over to the left corner and even down onto the left wall. He's trying to play this one very safely as well. He knows he's the up 2-0. Doesn't want to do too many dangerous moves here because Teros can turn things around quickly. If he just keeps the damage pacing up, he has the lead here. The side air is almost going to turn red. The neutral does turn Godly red. Great spacing on that side light. Does go for the side light himself into the jump neutral air rather than side light, D-light, D-light, side air that he's been hitting consistently.
And right now, Godly on potential tournament stock here. He's down to his final one. The hammer just not working for him as he was whiffing against Loras. I think in that entire last like 30 seconds, he got like a hammer nair.
Ooh. The juggles into this guy, the chase into the sky from Loras. There's the in-light, does send Loras off screen, but the weapon toss barely misses going under Loras. He's able to get to the wall, reset the jumps. Godly grabs the hammer, down air, sends off the top. We are pretty even here, but Godly's just a little bit behind, and the fact that he's been behind this entire set so far, it's potentially starting to wind down, and Loras with the weapon toss as well, and the down air, and that's it! Loras 3-0's Godly!
He's so stinking good. The second that bow ground pound connected, Godly was done for. The weapon toss, the down air, all of that just to guarantee that KO. We've got a South American Grand Finals.
It looks like Godly needs to go back to the drawing board on how to deal with South America. Kaina is still a spec.